What's up guys, I'm Nathan and in this video I'm gonna be showing you guys the updated story mode tier list as requested by you guys for Roblox All-Star Tower Defense, and this is for the new update which had like the characters like Goku and stuff. So if you guys do not agree with something, just let me know what in the comments instead of just saying it's bad, so that I would be able to make the changes or explain it to you. So basically the way that I am going to be ranking these characters is S tier is going to be the meta units, A tier is going to be good units that you can use if you want, B tier is going to be good units, like not as close to meta as A but still good, C tier average, and D tier unusable. Okay guys, so Dio is going to be an A tier because he is very cheap and he is the cheapest time stopper, but Jotaro is still going to be better. Joseph Joestar, probably another A tier because he's pretty solid and he is also quite cheap. Unfortunately I have to put like Goku in like D tier, or maybe honestly I'll put him in C tier because on upgrade 4 he's not too expensive and he does put out some damage, but it's just not that worth it. So he's in C tier because he is usable because his first few upgrades are kind of cheap. Then this dude Kento, he's definitely okay. He's but he's more on the expensive side, so he's going in B tier. Then Konan, probably S tier because that ground damage output is definitely going to come from her. Tatsumaki, another S tier because she's going to be able to hit the air units. So Konan, Tatsumaki, decent combo, so you can use these two as a combo. Armin is pretty useless because like from the get-go he's super expensive. Obviously Blackbeard is S tier. Blackbeard 5-star is probably going to be C tier. Bulma is S tier because of the money. Kaido probably C tier again, but he is of course hybrid, so there's that, but still he's pretty bad. Sanami C tier. Darui another C tier. Rengoku probably like lower A tier because he is a little bit expensive, but he is going to be able to put out some decent damage. This dude Rengoku 5-star is another C tier. Zoro probably A tier. I mean he's okay and he is definitely on the cheaper side, so you can use him, but try to get the S tier units before him. Then the Jiraiya is going to be like A tier. He's also on the cheaper side, so pretty solid. Yuno probably C tier. Minato maybe bottom A tier because to be honest, like for story mode he's actually okay with his orb, so I'll put him at mid A tier. Gon is useless because like even though he's cheap at the start, like he's barely going to do any damage for you. Aladdin is going to be more solid up on that C tier because he is in fact only 4,000 to max out. The Obito C tier. Then this guy is going to be lower than Dio because he is more expensive to get time stop. Emia bottom B tier probably because like you cannot really spam his skill because reselling would not really be possible on story mode. Gilgamesh is solid A tier. He can be used for boss killing, but Jotaro is just so much better for that. Golden Frieza maybe like bottom S tier because you still can use him. Like basically it's Tatsumaki, Golden Frieza or Kuma can be used for targeting those air units to give you the extra DPS, but I would say that Tatsumaki is better because his AoE circle is really tiny guys, plus he's a 6-star. Biakria probably like C tier. He is full AoE but a little more on the pricier side. Trunks A tier because he's super cheap with solid DPS overall. Then we have Merlin, who's going to be top A tier because of the range buff. Mihawk will be D tier. He is useless because he's expensive from the start. Netero D tier because for him to get a good upgrade it's going to be way too expensive for you and you're not really going to be able to use him, unlike Goku who you could use if you wanted, but I would not recommend it. This dude Mugetsu Ichigo probably going to be another like bottom C tier to be honest, because like you still can use him. His first few upgrades are cheap, only his last upgrade becomes expensive. So I would say like maybe above Goku, to be honest, because like for some reason they made his last upgrade like 40,000, but he only cost like 11k for the first few upgrades, and his damage even then is very solid, guys. So I do not know why they just randomly made his last upgrade so expensive for him to barely get any damage. That's just not worth it. Warhammer Titan C tier, Ichigo B tier. That is 5-star Ichigo. He's better than 6-star Ichigo, to be honest, for story. This dude Jotaro is definitely gonna help because his DPS is the same as Gilgamesh. Okay, little lesser, but the time stop, guys. The time stop. Not Yoshikage. Like Yagami is definitely D tier. He is not really going to help you much. Gohan A tier because cheap and decent DPS. Then Goku Black, maybe a solid C tier. Sasuke maybe even higher up on the C tier because he is pretty solid, I guess. Then Silver Zoldyck, probably like just one up from Jiraiya, or maybe one up from these guys because he can hit the air units. Then we have Nami, who's going to be C tier because, well, she does give money, but it's not really that useful. Broly bottom B tier because he's not really that useful for story. Maybe I'll put him, bottom B tier, I would say. He's not insanely expensive, but still, guys, like, he's not gonna gain damage. So I'll actually move him down to like top C tier as well because he's not going to be able to put out that much damage. But on the Pillarman map, he's actually very useful even with his trash damage. And then we have Whitebeard, who's going to be another C tier. Marker is going to be probably like B tier, I guess, because she's not too expensive. Gojo B tier because he is the most expensive time stopper, but I mean you can use him, but I would not recommend it. Irwin obviously S tier, he's essential. This dude Akaza is just not really that good. Same for Usopp. Then this guy is probably going to be like A tier because he's still solid Eskino, but still he's not that good anymore. Luffy will be one down from Sasuke because he's a little worse. Luffy Snake Man is not really that useful, but I mean, yeah, he's just straight up not useful for story mode because he's just way too expensive from the beginning. Ace will probably be like C tier because he's the cheapest character in the game. Mob Psycho, another C tier. Giorno, probably another C tier. Wow, our C tier is literally so big. Boo will be probably like a mid C tier because he's also pricey. Natsu probably also like high C tier. He's also kind of costly. Nagato probably going to be another C tier because I mean he's okay, but his DPS is not really going to match up with the B tier. Same for Coyote Stark, he's also going to remain in around C tier, I suppose. Roy Mustang is going to be a pretty solid A tier because he is going to be a decent starter unit if you want, but these S tier units have replaced him. Then we have Kuma, who is also like, these characters are basically tied for being able to target the air units. Then Overhaul, probably another C tier. Magellan, probably like a mid B tier because he's okay for the slowness, but his AoE circle is just way too small, guys. And I mean, his slowness is fine, but still not that useful. Whis is like the worst character ever. Then Meliodas would probably be like higher on the B tier, I suppose, because he is also insanely cheap. You know what, I'll put him right there. Then Rukia, probably like C tier because Rukia is not really that good for this. Meta Knight is just too expensive from the start. You cannot really use him unless it's a challenge, but like, why do you want to do that? And finally Eskino, who is also going to be same like Bulma for the money, and this is just a duplicate Luffy right there. So this is the tier list. If you do not have if you have something that you don't agree with me on, just let me know in the comment section what it is, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.